First of all, let me address Dr. Huang and the Board of Directors of Mackay Medical College. Congratulations to them on the inception and the growth of this college. And thank you for inviting us to return here again. Also, we must thank Dr. Wei and his colleagues who are doing such a fine job implementing the plans for the growth of this college and for attracting such capable students to this college. This morning we were able to see some of the artwork that's been developed by the students, and I think it's interesting for me because in Canada medical training begins after 3 years of university and is only a 4-year program, whereas here it's 7 or 8 years directly after graduation from high school. I think there are obviously some advantages and disadvantages to both systems, but what I see here today is certainly one advantage is the students have a much longer time to learn about the history of medicine, and in this particular case the history of medicine in northern Taiwan, which pretty much correlates with the history of Dr. Mackay in Taiwan. And I think it gives them a chance to learn more than just the science of medicine. That they learn to reach out to the community, to go to the Aboriginal communities and help. And I understand they make visits to geriatric facilities and have also participated in emergency relief with earthquake damage in central Taiwan. And so I'm really very impressed with how the system works, and certainly the college is very successful and will continue that way, I'm sure. Once again, thank you to our hosts. We're having a very wonderful visit. Thank you.
Wow, I'm not going to be able to top that. My linguistic skills are not nearly as good as my father's, but thank you for having me here as well. I was able to be here 2 years ago for the opening, and I've been impressed to see the progress that's been made. Students seem to be developing very well. With my father on that, education is very, very important. I'm glad to see you're proceeding well, but also don't forget there's more to life than education. Development of the whole being very, very important, and I'm glad to see Dr. Wei's students have taken that to heart. So congratulations to you all for doing such a fine job.
Thank you very much. 我要特别谢谢他们真的是非常的难得我们每一年都很期待他们的回来。可是我也知道我们的时间也不是很多所以我非常的珍惜有这样的机会请他们来跟我们大家见面特别是我们的学生看到他们这样子的精神，真的是要更加的珍惜也愿意在这时候再一次请我们所有的在场的贵宾我们特别再谢谢他们。We thank you again. 好，我现在特别要邀请我们远从University of Glasgow 到我们当中的 Professor Stephen Phillips. Would you please say a few words to our guests here?
Yes, again, you have asked me to speak without any notice whatsoever. I'm beginning to think this is something you save for when I come to visit you, but I hope not. I was embarrassed because I looked in this and my picture is in here. And my contribution to the development of this wonderful institution has been so small, and so I don't really deserve to be in here. I think you must have run out of ideas for good photographs. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a retired academic from Glasgow University. Retired, we say in inverted commas, because I'm still very busy. And I do a lot of things. And it was my friendship with Professor Wenlong Cho, I guess, that brings me here today, because I've had quite a long association with Yangming University, and taught students at Yangming for quite a number of years. And then 2 or 3 years ago, Professor Wenlong Cho said, "Would you come to George Mackay Medical College?" And I said, "What? Where?" I, of course, knew nothing about the George Mackay Medical College. I knew about the George Mackay Memorial Hospitals, although, unlike Leslie Jenkins, I haven't had the pleasure of being treated there, and I hope it remains that way. So it was a very different experience and a very new experience for me coming to the college in November, December 2009. I've taught medical students in Glasgow for about 25 years. And so I've had experience of medical students, but I think the students here are very special. It's a special environment for them coming into a place which is just beginning, and they will be the start of a long tradition of a new medical school. And of course include nursing and the medical students in that, of course. And it's a year, just more than a year, since I was here for the first time. And I've noticed how the place has, of course, increased in numbers. There are more students, but there is a maturity about the place. That everyone is coming together now on a really unique and wonderful project. And I feel very honoured, indeed, and privileged to be part of that. I was just thinking, I'm 68 years old. I don't mind telling you how old I am. And I hope that, this is being a bit cheeky really, we say in English, I'm not sure what the Chinese are being cheeky is, but I hope you keep inviting me back. And that I will still be alive when, well, first the first nurses graduate, which will be in 2 years' time, I think. And then perhaps also I hope I'm still alive to see the first medical students graduate from this institution. That will be a very special occasion, I think, when you have your first graduations from the medical students. It's a long time. In Glasgow, it's only 5 years. And then the 1-year registration. So it's a much quicker process becoming a doctor than it is here. So we say in English, it's a long haul for the medical students, and I really admire the way in which you dig in, as we say, and progress towards your goal. I like coming here. I like the students. I think the students quite like me. They don't like me asking them questions in English. But when we go out together, we were on a trip yesterday and we had a very nice experience together, and they look after me. So I congratulate you, as your visitors from Canada have said, in the progress you've made. I really like the spirit of the college and the way the students come together. I don't enjoy all the pop music I hear on the stage on Saturday evening. I don't understand, of course, the Chinese. I stood a long way back for some of them because it was very noisy. But I admire the way in which you actually come together as a big family. I really admire that. So thank you very much. It's a happy coincidence I'm here today. I arranged my visit this time not knowing that this was going to coincide with your 2nd anniversary, so it's a great pleasure for me to actually be here at this time. So I wish you every success. I hope the new building goes ahead without any difficulties, and there aren't any more disasters of any kind whatsoever which interrupt that kind of progress. And if you invite me back again, I will look forward to seeing what further progress you have made. And I hope the rest of this day goes very well. And I hope indeed, Dr. Jenkins, you do recover. I admire the spirit with which you've dealt with the difficulties that you've had to deal with when you've been here today. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much.